going on, you guys? Yes, this is a Christmas tree in the background, and I do not care. What is that? Hold on. What is that? Oh wow, that's my pop filter. I had to look. I'm like, what is that circular thing in the background? That's my pop filter for my for my studio mic. Wow. It's depth perception. I'm not wearing my glasses. I haven't been wearing my glasses in any of these. That's why you see me squinting, because my glasses are broken, and I'm not trying to. You're not about to catch me on camera wearing, right? I'm trying to like wait for my glasses to be here. Like it broke right before the holidays. So like when I put the order in, they said, oh, you might not get it until after Christmas. After Christmas came, I called them. They said it wasn't ready yet, and you might not get it until after New Year's. I'm like, all right, we're after New Year's now. So do you have my glasses? Because I'm not trying to walk around like this with half of my glasses on. I mean, they stay on my face, but you know, that's still ridiculous. Anyway, if you want to check out some of my recent videos, I mean, I'll link a couple down below. I really want to like draw attention to the musical things that I've been doing. So I did a live session of my song Resume, original song. And then I also did a cover like mashup of Night and Day by I'll Be Sure. Have you ever? Because I just watched Have You Ever and I was so emotional. I'm sorry. How Many Times by Tinashe, and the song by Dinah Jane, Pass Me By, from her little EP that she had, DJ1. So, right. Today I'm gonna do something, and this is how we're starting out 2021, because I can't not start off 2021 by doing like, I have to do kind of like a video that a lot of people wanted from me from before. And you could say this is kind of like my celebration special for reaching 2K subscribers, because it's been a long time coming, Lord. I started this channel 3 years ago, and most people would be like at least in the 10,000s by this point, but I've been so inconsistent, and I understand why people don't really subscribe to me, because I don't post on a regular basis. But okay, fine, I'm sorry. That's just on me, because I'm only hurting myself. Over the years, I've expressed my opinions on certain artists and certain styles of music, certain kinds of music. And this is going to be music centric. It really is going to be music centric. And this is just going to be a first parter. I don't want to make it like entirely too long. I'm just covering a couple of topics. But if you want to see like a second part, a part 2, then let me know. And I'll come up with some more, and maybe you can send me some and we can discuss them. So yeah, send me some on my social media. I'm gonna put my social media over here, _Christian_Lamar, so you can like DM me or whatever, leave me a comment or something under one of my posts, and have me talk about an unpopular opinion of yours. So, and it has to be music, because this is a music centric channel. I do talk about other things, but you know, I'm going to open the channels. I'm going to open up the channels. It doesn't have to be music related, but I would like it if it is like a musical unpopular opinion, so that it can be more focused, because I feel like I go on way too many tangents, and I don't want to do that too much if I don't have to. So anyway, I'm going to start off by refuting something that I said a while ago. I actually like Positions by Ariana Grande.
Wait a damn minute.
And that's not an unpopular opinion, because a lot of people do. When I first listened to it, I was in a mode where I wanted something like more on the like poppy side, like on more the dance music side. So I wasn't really like prepared to hear what Positions was offering. But then when I re-listened to it, I did like a lot of songs on it. Not every song, but a lot of the songs are really good, and she really does showcase how much she's grown over the years. So right, definitely. So yes, disregard everything that I said in that video, that live stream that I did on Positions. Just disregard everything. I think I was drunk, but anyway, so this still smells like that cologne that I'm like allergic to. Lord, I hope my eyes don't get super puffy. So let's just get this out the way, because I need people to understand that just because I don't like a singer does not mean I don't think they can sing. It's just that their voice does not really, it's not pleasing to my ears. And it's crazy, because my own voice is not pleasing to my ears a lot of the time. A lot of the time I am my worst enemy, because I will I will dissect my own voice until the end of the day, like, and into the next day. And not just my singing voice, my speaking voice too. I hate my speaking voice. People are like, oh, your speaking voice is so soothing. I can listen to you all day. I'm like, really? Because I can't listen to myself. When I'm editing my videos and I have to hear myself speak for like 25 minutes, it's a nightmare. But there is a specific class of voice that I really honestly just cannot get behind, and maybe it's just because it sounds super weird to me. But I honestly do not believe that a lot of these people, now there are certain ones that can work it really well, but there are certain ones in this class, in this category, that I really do not think can really sing like that. And I'm talking about the indie voices. You know, those voices that are like, kind of like, okay, so I'm gonna list a few singers that fall into this category. Sia, Alessia Cara, Jessie Reyez, Georgia Smith. You see where I'm going? Camila Cabello. SZA. Although I can deal with SZA a lot more, and not just because she's black. Just because she plays around with it a little bit more. It's kind of like that throaty, crackly sounding tone, like they like sound like they're singing straight from the throat. And there's a lot of vocal breaks, and they're intentional vocal breaks, but it just honestly, it gets old after a while of hearing it. Like, I'm not 100% sold. I'm not saying that they can't sing, but to me, I'm not crazy about their voices. There are certain ones who do overdo it, and they really honestly can't sing to it, like Jessie Reyez. I hate to say it, but homegirl, I just don't like your voice like that. And this is an unpopular opinion because a lot of people really like this style. And the style was like kind of like an indie, like those indie bands. A lot of those girls sounded like that. The Billie Eilishes, a lot of them sounded like that. But it was a dime a dozen. Like, you didn't really hear them like that too much. Now you hear them all the time, everywhere, and it's like, damn, this is not even an indie voice anymore. This is literally how every pop girl sounds. Why is that? Why are we attacking each note? Like, why are we doing that? And it's not even just the girls. Khalid is like this. A couple of other dudes are like this too. Why? I mean, I guess it's just the way that they sing, but where did they get it from? And you know, everybody has their influences. Like, I feel like my biggest like vocal influences are like Neo, Mario, and like Brian McKnight and stuff. And so there's a lot of things that I do with my voice that they do. Also, Tevin Campbell. Recently, people have been telling me that I remind them of Tevin Campbell a little bit. But I guess like those are my vocal influences. So I was very much raised in the R&B 90s 2000s era, so that's where my voice has the biggest influence from, the artists of that time. But I don't know where people are getting like their influences from that sound like that. I don't know who the originator of that was. Let me know in the comments if you know. I don't know, because all of a sudden I just saw an influx of singers who sound like that, and it does get a little bit annoying after a while, because then at that point it's not even a unique, oh, they sound so unique, such a unique tone. That's what they say, such a unique tone. It's not unique if everybody's doing it. It's not unique if everybody's doing it. I'm just saying, it's not unique if like 10 different singers are doing the same thing. It's not unique at all. Which brings me to my next thing. These copy-paste artists. I don't like any of them. And I'm talking about the guys. Like the girls, for some reason, I don't know why, but the girls be serving so much more, and it's like they have to serve more. But a lot of these like male artists are not serving us anything, and it gets irritating after a while. So, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes. I'm gonna put Justin Bieber a little bit ahead of it, because at least he dances around. At least he gives us some choreography sometimes, and he'll put a little bit more into his performances. I mean, but Shawn Mendes, Ed Sheeran, Austin Mahone. Is anybody still talking about him? I feel like he kind of faded into obscurity. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is the fact that they all kind of sound alike and make kind of the same kind of music, and they all put on the same kind of performances. They'll sit there with a guitar. Some of them can actually play, others cannot. Some of them be acting like they playing guitar when they strum like the same chord the entire time, like we don't know. Like, we can't see you strumming the same chord for the entire song. I know that the whole song isn't just one chord. Please stop. Anyway, I'm getting off on like a bunch of tangents, but that kind of an artist to me is very copy paste. And when you have a bunch of artists that sound alike, look alike, and perform alike, it honestly throw them all away. Because at that point, it's just like, what am I following? A lot of people like Shawn Mendes. I don't. That's why it's an unpopular opinion to me, because a lot of people follow these guys and really like them for their music and everything, but a lot of them write the same way too. Like, a lot of them are writing the same way, and a lot of them are singing the same way, and a lot of them are performing the same way. So at that point, is anybody actually out here being authentically themselves or unique, or are they just all biting from off of each other? I don't know. Isla is a singer that needs to be more on the market. Like, she's a singer. I can get behind her just sitting there and singing, even though I think she can dance, because she did, I think, go to a performing arts school for dance. So I really would like to see her dance more. But Isla is an artist to watch. And I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or if anybody really knows who Isla is, but that's the reason why I'm mentioning it, because I think that we need to like put it out there. Hey, yes, she needs to be out there more. This next one is about Normani. I don't think that Normani, and this is more of a prediction and an unpopular opinion, but a lot of people really seem to think that we're getting a Normani album this year. So I'm just going to go out here on a limb and say, no, we're not going to get a Normani album. In 2021, it's not going to happen. We might not get it until maybe if it comes out 2021, then it'll be like late 2021, like fall 2021. We're gonna get it in fall 2021. We're not getting it in the summer. I'm sorry. We're not gonna get the summer bops that y'all wanted from Normani, Miss Ma'am. We're not gonna get it from her. I just don't think that it's going to actually work out to get an album from Normani, because there just seems to be like a lot of stuff that people are not telling us going on under the table. I feel like they're really like they're not telling us something. There's something that they're not telling us. I keep on looking at the viewfinder. I can't keep doing that, but whatever. I don't believe that we're going to get a Normani album this year. If we do get something, it might be like a few singles. And as far as the other girls are concerned, the only person I feel that might put out a whole album would be Allie. Not even Lauren. Allie. Definitely not Dinah. Dinah has been the most inconsistent. But like, but Allie might put out an album. You know what I think might happen this year though? We might see a reunion for Fifth Harmony.
Leave me alone.
Yep, I said it. We might see a reunion for Fifth Harmony. We might. And maybe just to do like a project together or something. All I know is that none of them really did a lot last year. Except for Allie. Allie was on, was it last year that Allie was on Dancing with the Stars? I think so. But she was the only one that was really like in our faces more last year. Everyone else, no. Barely saw Dinah, barely saw Normani, definitely didn't see Lauren. So I'm just going to be like, okay, what do we do next? And we also didn't see Camila. And that's another thing. I think Camila might try to come back and do something with them. Like, if they do a project next year, like this year, if they do a project, I think that I think Camila might join up with the rest of them. Do I want that to happen? Not really, because, whereas the rest of them kind of all agreed to, separate, Camila left and didn't really, care. You know what I mean? I don't really care to have her back. But if she does come back, okay, fine. Hopefully the dynamic is a little bit better now that they've grown and matured. So hopefully that can be better. But I feel like a lot of people would like to see all 5 of them get back together. I think that they would like that. But I also don't want to see that happen. Even though I'm saying that it might happen, it doesn't mean that I want it to happen. Because like I said in my June's Diary video, there is an open space right now for an American girl group to come out and really dominate. Fifth Harmony comes back and the rest of them can say goodbye because they already have a name and a history. The rest of these girls are still trying to, make their way to the top. Fifth Harmony has seen the top. They have seen the top. Even though people to go in on them and stuff all the time, they have seen the top. But that's just that on that. I'm not going into all of that extra. Next is WAP. WAP is objectively to me. No, that doesn't make sense, because objective means that it's not biased, and this is a little bit biased, but it isn't at the same time. I mean, if you listen to WAP like without a biased point of view of you liking either Cardi or Megan or both of them, WAP is actually a bad song. WAP is a bad song, but it was needed. And if you want to know more about that, go watch my live. I'm not going into I explained exactly why WAP is needed. But WAP is a bad song because, like, I mean, save for like Megan's parts, the song is very juvenile. Like, not juvenile, because I'm not trying to see children singing this song, even though they have been. But there's nothing like lyrically like amazing about WAP. There really isn't anything amazing lyrically about WAP. But it definitely was needed. But that's just my unpopular opinion, is that it's not really a good song. And that's just that on that. Next is about Blackpink. Blackpink has been like, and the thing is I haven't been like closely following them, but I've been watching performances and stuff. And it's been hit or miss for me. Like, I listened to part of the out and then I really couldn't finish it. Maybe that's just me. But Blackpink has been very hit or miss lately, and ever since their like Coachella performance, I really stopped following them I really stopped like listening to them as heavily as I did before. That has nothing to do with anything, but just my interest in them has kind of dwindled. But when I started listening to like newer things that they put out, it was like, yeah, maybe, but no, I don't know. You know, it seems like they found what works for them and they're keeping it on the safe side. Like, I don't really see them I'm not really seeing the risk taking here. For a pop artist, it is important for you to keep people interested by switching it up from time to time, switching up your concepts. They almost always have the same concept. You know, bad bitch, let's go. Like it's always kind of the same kind of concept recently, at least with their like singles that they've been promoting. And I don't know, like maybe that's just something that's sitting with me. But let me know what your opinion of Blackpink is. Like, I like them, yes, and I like each girl individually, and I like them as a group. But the music recently has been hit or miss. My final one, and this is how I'm going to wrap up this video, you guys. And this is me as a Brandy stan, okay? Me as a Brandy stan, because like recently I've seen, okay, let me first give you some background. You know, almost every single time that I go to watch a Brandy performance, there's always somebody in the comments from the Beehive bringing Beyonce's name up in conversation. I don't know why. Leave Beyonce out of Brandy's business. Just leave her alone. Like, you don't have like I don't know, there's not every Beehive member, and then there's actually like people who like stan Beyonce that really like Brandy too, and vice versa, because I'm a Brandy stan, but I really like Beyonce too. Like, I can't deny the talent, I can't deny the consistency, I cannot deny the influence that woman has. You just can't. All these little pop girls out here right now are literally trying to be Beyonce. Hands down. I'm sorry, but you can't tell me otherwise. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. My unpopular opinion is that even as a Brandy stan, I can't deny that even like when people sit up here and say, oh, Beyonce versus Brandy, and then people come out and say Brandy is the better singer, I actually disagree with that. Now, first off, let me say, it's like comparing apples to oranges and like math class to English. Like, they're two different classes that really can't be compared like that. Like, there's nothing that relates the two, except for your occasional word problem in math class. Like, and you have to be able to read and understand it. But like, this is what I mean. Like, the applications can be applied to both, but like the concepts are different when it comes to Brandy's vocals and Beyonce's vocals. Now, objectively, and I'm looking at, I am more of a fan of Brandy than I am of Beyonce. I know more Brandy songs. I identify with her more. I've done more videos on Brandy on this channel than Beyonce. Even as a Brandy stan, I am not too proud to say that Beyonce, vocally, Brandy can't really see Beyonce vocally. Oh, let me stop. No, please don't unfollow me for that. Please don't unfollow me for that, because I know there's a lot of Brandy stans that follow me in the comment, like in my, like there's a lot of Brandy fans that are subscribed to me because of the Brandy content that I release. But I can't deny that Beyonce can do so much more with her voice. And the two of them have the same level of understanding of technique and what, and what their voices can do. So on that note, they're on the same level when it comes to technique. But when it comes to what they are actually able to do with their voices, Beyonce can do so much more. First and foremost, mixing and falsettos and transitions. Beyonce can do those things with her voice. She has more control over her head voice than Brandy does. Brandy barely uses falsetto. We just started hearing Brandy do more stuff with her falsetto, and even then it's not much. It's just some sustained notes, okay, in the 5th octave and stuff. She's not doing all the extra stuff that Beyonce does. Like, she can do trills and runs and stuff in her falsetto and then transition it down to her chest and then go all the way down to the lower register and come all the way back up and do it again. We've seen it since pretty much the beginning of her career. We've seen it. I cannot stand it when Brandy stands really sit up here and deny Beyonce's talent. You can't do it. You really can't do it. I get sick of seeing that. I really do get sick of seeing it. Beyonce is arguably one of the best vocalists of our time. Brandy is also. But there are a lot of things that Brandy can't do that Beyonce can do, and that's just that on that. If you want to compare them, you can. But every single time, in my opinion, Beyonce will come out the winner. Because not only, and then people like to say, oh, well, Brandy has a better tone. I do enjoy Brandy's tone a lot better. And that's the one thing that I will say is that Beyonce's tone can be a little, hit or miss with me, because sometimes, it sounds very sweet. Other times it's very piercing. She has a very piercing tone, Beyonce, especially when she sings in the higher octaves. Now, when she's singing lower, it sounds like amazing. Like everything that she did on Black is King, yes. But when it comes to, and then of course on the Lemonade album, everything she did on those those projects is phenomenal because she was utilizing her lower register a lot more. When she sings higher, it's a little bit more piercing. Brandy, though, she carries the same tune no matter what part of her range she's in, and that's one thing that I like about her. Her tone is consistent throughout her range. So that's what I really like about Brandy's voice over Beyonce's. That's the only instance, though, where I would put Brandy's voice above Beyonce's when it's in a comparison, if you have to compare them. But me, I'm not the person that sits up here and compares them. But I do get a little irritated of people denying one's talent to beef up another. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. But my unpopular opinion as a Brandy stan, this is just under the scope of being a Brandy stan, because most Brandy stans will say that Brandy has a better voice. But me, I think that objectively, Beyonce's voice can do a lot more than Brandy's. And that's just period. But then that's it. But that's all I really have for you guys. Those are just some of the unpopular opinions that I had. Some of them may not be unpopular, I don't know, but to me they are. To me, I've heard more people talk positively about the things that I've talked negatively about, and then vice versa. So that's why they made it to this video. I might do some more if I come up with some more in my head, or if I see a discussion on Twitter or something and then I disagree with it and a lot of people agree with it, I might include it in my next video. And definitely, again, leave some of your unpopular opinions down below and I might discuss them in the next video. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope everybody has a great day. Make sure you follow my social media, okay? Make sure you are out here staying safe. Hope everybody has a great day. Take care. Bye.
I said what I said.